Hello, my name is Presley Chomba. I'm a freshman living in Stoughton Hall, and today I will be discussing sleep apnea in commercial truck drivers, which is a major public health and road safety issue. So, in the problem definition, sleep apnea is a condition where breathing repeatedly stops during sleep, disrupting normal rest. So, as a result, drivers often wake up feeling exhausted, even if they've had a full night in bed. The issue is that many drivers don't even know that they have it, so fatigue is often seen just as a normal part of the job. Yet at the same time, the job itself brings long hours, night shifts, and normally irregular schedules, which increases the risk of sleep apnea itself. This ends up being not just a personal health issue, but actually a serious road safety concern. So, sleep apnea is significantly more common among truck drivers than in the general population. Many drivers also have key risk factors like obesity, older age, and longer sedentary hours. A major issue is underdiagnosis because of lack of routine screening of the same drivers. And importantly, this isn't just limited to the US. International studies also show that similar patterns avail in their drivers as well. This ends up being a widespread and global issue in the trucking workforce. Now, to provide some historical context, this problem has been recognized for over 20 years. Now, research in the early 2000s first identified sleep apnea as a truck safety issue, and evidence has continued to grow since then. Now, organizations like the NTSB have formally warned about its impact on road safety. However, despite strong evidence, there is still no mandatory screening policy in the United States. So, while awareness has increased, policy has not kept pace. Now, sleep apnea directly impairs driving ability by slowing reaction time and affecting decision making. Even when drivers don't feel tired, the performance is still reduced. And untreated sleep apnea significantly will increase crash risk. But treatment, especially CPAP, can dramatically lower that risk. So, this is a very preventable cause for serious accidents. Now, some of the societal risks and impacts in crashes involving large trucks often lead to severe injuries, fatalities, and major property damage. There are also major economic costs, including healthcare expenses, insurance claims, and supply chain disruptions. Importantly, the risk extends beyond the driver to other drivers, passengers, and pedestrians, so the impact affects society as a whole. In past interventions, there have been some efforts to address the same issue. These include screening during medical exams, which can identify high risk drivers. Treatment is very effective when used consistently. Educational programs have also been used to improve awareness of sleep apnea. However, these efforts have not been consistently enforced or widely adopted. Now, there are also several barriers to solving the same problem. One is which is driver non-adherence, where drivers may avoid diagnosis because they fear losing their job or license. Now, CPAP machines can also be uncomfortable and costly. There is no strong federal requirement for screening, this being the third point, leading to inconsistency. And the industry is concerned about costs and potential driver shortages. So, industry pushback is a challenge that impacts and slows down progress in this space. Now, there are solutions, however, and the proposed solution in this case would be integrating screening combined with multimodality treatment. Now, why are we looking at this? First of all, standardized screening during DOT physicals would identify high risk drivers. This is based on the concept that obstructive sleep apnea results from airway collapse during sleep, and CPAP is the first line treatment. This goes by the class concept that we went through in week 9, concept number 42. Drivers would then complete sleep studies and begin treatment, either CPAP or oral appliances if CPAP is intolerable for the driver. Modern devices can track compliance through built in data systems, and the structured timeline ensures that drivers are tested, treated, and safely certified within about 90 days. Overall, this approach is practical, evidence based, and scalable with the timeline that we've provided here. Now, overcoming some of the barriers to implementation. To address cost, companies can adopt models where they cover screening and treatment as a safety investment. To reduce fear, education campaigns should actually emphasize that diagnosis does not disqualify drivers. Only untreated sleep apnea does. To improve comfort and usability, newer portable devices and oral appliances can be used. So the key here would be combining financial support and also making sure that you have the educational awareness in order to reduce stigma and allow for better technology use. Now, what is the impact of this? The solution could reduce preventable crashes by up to 73%. It also improves long term health by lowering risks of conditions like heart disease, obesity, diabetes, etc. Economically, this can save hundreds of dollars per driver each month and reduce billions in crash related costs, as we've seen here around $538 per driver and about $15.9 billion in annual costs associated with sleep apnea related crashes. It may also improve driver retention, productivity, and it is especially urgent because fatigue is one of the leading causes of fatal crashes, as we learned in class from week 11's lecture. So, in conclusion, sleep apnea in drivers is a well-known but under-addressed issue. We already have strong evidence and effective instruments, and it is important for us to implement these. Addressing would save lives, and we would improve driver health and make our roads safer. Thank you.